Well, folks, digital currency, they're voting no, they're voting yes, they're voting no, but it seems like whatever it is, they're going to pass it anyway because at the end of the day, our Congress doesn't care about you, they care about them. And the question a viewer asked me was, what's the deal with this? What's really going on? So I'm going to roll this with Lenormand and we're going to ask the question on top what they need you to believe, and then here on the bottom, what the actual deal is with the whole CDBC, digital currency nonsense coming down the pipe pretty quick and hard. So what they want you to believe is that it's something new, exciting. The child in Lenormand here, see the child card there. So it's exciting, new, a little immature, a little bit rambunctious, right? And then it's going to put you at a crossroads. Do you accept it or not? It's going to create a lot of chatter, positive chatter, because you're going to use the media here to really help them sell this to people. So as people are on the fence with the path card sitting right there, right? That's the crossroads. The 22, get it? 4, your foundation, which way you're going to go. They're going to use the media, the birds, to really get into your head and make you sound like this is a really cool idea, child, young, get it? And that is something that you really need and you really want. They want you to believe that because end of the day, using cash as a whip, it's a cycle that continues on and on and on. It doesn't really help you grow. It doesn't help with prosperity because money is dirty. Money is old. Remember during the whole, how do I say, COV era, can't touch cash because, oh my gosh, it could spread germs. And then what happens? We all are going to, not be here anymore for lack of better terms. And then that then becomes a thing of confusion by holding on to cash. So they want you to believe that the path will take you out of confusion and that the chatter will help you make your mind up so this whip, this punishment of using cash will no longer exist because now the digital currency is going to be sitting in play. It's young, it's new, and it's exciting. That's what they want you to believe because they believe it's for your own good. And because the whip, they're the protector of confusion, the clouds. They're the protector to help you see things clearer because they're your government. Remember, my friends, remember it's a very important thing is that red and blue mixed equals what? Equals purple, the color of kings. And in my little book called The Color of Tarot, I go into details on the colors and how they represent a situation or a theme within a reading. Now, what is the truth? What is the fact? What's really going on? Stork. Funny, change. Child paired with it. It's a young change, a new change, something that's unexpected because once we got off the gold standard, what happened? We were backed by fiat currency. And so this change takes you away from fiat currency. Rather than go back to gold or silver or something tangible, they want to go to digital because why? Digital can be controlled. That's the whip there. But again, that's not what this is saying. The top line is telling you that it's new, it's exciting. They're going to use the media to change your position because right now people are in an uprising. They're not happy about it at all. You hear chatter all over the internet. Chatter too, again, the birds can represent that. And people are really understanding how ridiculous the planet, but the government's saying, no, it's new. It's a new day. You see the sun here in the back of the card. It's a new day ready to rise. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Well, not really, but that's what they want you to believe. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, behind the scenes, they're doing the change regardless. That's why the stork pops up right there. Okay. And then the queen of hearts, which is the queen of cups in tarot. And that means that they're going to use emotions to manipulate to bring this change in, whether you like it or not. That's what we're feeling here, and that's what I'm seeing here. Then the key is that the success, they're going to unlock this new commitment, this new way of doing money. See the key and the ring together paired? That's showing you that the success is based on this new contract, a digital currency contract, like blockchain when you get into smart contracts and so forth. Different topic, different day. But the success is based on this new contract, this new way of doing money, currency in the United States and the world to bring change on a global level. That's what's going on here. This is not just the United States, it's all countries. And just so you know, if I'm talking too quick, ping me below and say, hey, yo, slow down, quote that, tag that. But I'm pretty excited and hot on this reading because I've done a lot of research on this in the past. And Russia, many years ago, has already brought this into play. They've already started testing it, same as China. And with the, the Chinese ID, what's it called? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. I'm drawing blank here, but you're controlled by your score. If your score is not proper, what happens? You get beaten into submission and your money is taken away with the flip of a switch. And that's exactly what they're playing here, right? And then the change brings to a coffin to an end of what? End of prosperity for you and me. You follow me? That means that everything that we loved, everything that we had, every freedom that we obtained is gone because the new contract is going to kill everything that we knew that was good. The change and the ending then is very toxic because people don't want us. So even though the success is in play, it's a toxic success for the people, but it's a good success for them. That's what they have planned for us, folks, is that they want to push this through regardless, and they're going to do it. And it's really a nefarious act, as you can see here in the bottom line of my Lenormand reading here. And even if you pair it right, the confusion is because it is very toxic. The pain is because it's going to bring an end to what you knew, the child there, and it brings something new that you don't want, because it's all about control. It's not about you having freedom anymore. They want to strip it, kill the freedom, and make the rulers, the kings, the successful kings, poisons. They're vipers. They're rattlesnakes. They'll bite you and kill you. That's their success. That's their path to their fortunes and the path to our servitude. That's what's at stake here, my friends, and it's absolutely horrific. Absolutely horrific. Yeah. See, what's funny too with this reading is the paths, right? The decisions have to be made. So if they can use the media in the right way, they can then unlock it. So they can change your mind, just like with the mask thing, right? If you remember that, what happened? Everybody wore it, even though it didn't work. Even though the people who were pushing the narrative even said on earlier interviews of the past, said that these things are really more to make you feel good. They don't offer any protection of any kind. Same with digital currency. It's going to actually bring your demise. It's going to bring everything that you once loved to a halt because you have no more freedom. Once they go to a digital currency, everything dies and becomes very toxic, a toxic death. What's a toxic death? The toxic death is the death of a nation that was once free and successful, but because we handed our power over to politicians who are supposed to be working for the people, we've lost everything because now they control us. Think about that for a minute. Let that just sink in. Horrific, I know. If this is resonating with you and if it's hitting you pretty hard, let me know below. Drop your comments. And if you want a reading for you using Lenormand, ping me as well because I do offer those. You can check them out at my website at wordswithatwist.com. A new site, easy to navigate. You're going to love it. And now we're going to pull some tarot cards to go a little deeper into this read. All right, so we see here that the change is toxic, but they want you to believe it's good for you. There'll be a little bit of pain too with this change. So they know that, right? It's an immature change, immature. See, the whip is like a cycle too, right? So it's not just pain, it's a cycle, something that continues on and on and on over and over. It's kind of like when you touch a stove, you burned your hand, you pull it away real quick. It's kind of like that. Or you did something bad, your parents slap your hand. It's kind of like that. Childish behavior, getting slapped, confusion. Well, I thought I was supposed to do this. I thought it was good for me. Well, not really. You need to do what you're told. So yeah, digital currency is good for them, not for you, because you didn't listen to us. You said something negative on YouTube. We're going to ding you 20 points now. Whip, get that? Brings confusion to you. Brainwashing, okay? So you can do what you're told. Because if you don't do what you're told, they turn off your way to make a living. The change is toxic, okay? The change is toxic. Change brings an end, and the ending becomes toxic for you. And the success is toxic as well. We don't want it. The people don't want it, but the politicians who are paid by our taxes don't really seem to care. Wow, that's interesting. So there'll be a lot of sorrow, a lot of people upset. 34. So through the communication, your birds, 3 there as well, they're going to bring a foundation to solid for them, but a broken foundation for you. And it's a 7 because they've observed for a long time that people will do what they're told when demanded. You have to go back to what happened during the last few years when this whole thing broke out across the world. A lot of us knew it was all a bunch of hogwash, but they played it so well. They used propaganda so good that people were scared of their own shadow. They're afraid to sneeze. They're afraid to breathe. I mean, do you really know why you do 6 feet of distance, social distancing? You know why you really do that? It's not to stop anything from impacting you. I'm trying to be careful with my words here so I don't get, flagged. Is to really train AI. You need 6 feet of separation to train a model. And they're training it from satellites. So that's what that was really about. It had nothing to do with your protection. So again, sorrow is about to happen once they put this in play. And again, how does it work? Well, you have the crossroads, the decisions being made through the propaganda from the media machine is going to make people think it's okay, but it's going to bring a lot of sorrow. A lot of sorrow, a lot of carnage. Wow. Interesting instance. And so people are just going to continue to trip over their feet and not really understand what has happened. The 56, the 5 is chaos, the 6 is a weird type of, it's not really harmony per se, but it's a twisted harmony. So you have to use your intuition to see through the lies and see through all the propaganda. So that's what's going on. So they're going to use sorrow to create these little pockets of issues pop up all over the country. Like, oh, I'm sorry, we can't take cash anymore. Sorry. No, if you use cash, we're going to fine you. We're going to tax you extra. But hey, if you use digital currency during your checkout incident, you'll get a discount. Or how about this one? If you use digital currency, we're going to waive all your mortgage payments, because now that we're going to control it, wipe it clean, you can live there for free. Because we're the government, we're your friend. But if you stay with cash, you're going to have to pay property taxes, which you notice are increasing year after year after year. Incidents. Little things they're going to do to make you want to go into this new model, which is painful. And then you have to use wise advice. Listen to wise advice. You have to listen to people who really know to help you circumvent this, to help you move through this. And these are mind cards, these are swords, right? And so when you look at it, you have to be very careful on who you listen to. You have to be very careful on who you believe, because again, you have a 5 there and a 7. So it's telling you that you have to really assess things very carefully, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to see through the chaos that they're bringing, which is a 12 here as well. So the 1 and the 2 is a 3. Communication. Who are you going to listen to? Make sure it's wise advice, because if not, you're going to go down a path of torment and turmoil. All these fires are popping up. And then the last card is deception. Isn't it funny how it lines up? Because when you think about clouds, right? When you think about a snake, what is that? It's complete deception. So if you're not careful and really study what's going on, you're going to have a difficult time seeing the truth. You're going to have to stop listening to social media, stop listening to the media, and do your homework now and really be careful. And also, you have to stand your ground. If you don't stand your ground, you're going to lose everything. They're going to take it regardless. Because right now, I just watched something. It was on, I think it was on Twitter or something like that. How they were first saying they weren't going to pass this thing, but then all of a sudden they were going to pass this thing. And so they're going to do it against the will of people, whether you like it or not. And what's funny is a 6 and a 9. You have the 6 energy, which is harmony for them. 9, which is attainment for them. So you're going to have great wealth. Basically going to bankrupt the nation. And that then brings a what? A 15. 6, 9 is 15. So with the 1 energy, the new potential of digital currency brings 5 carnage, which is a 6. Again, harmony towards them. So as you can see that what they have planned for you is really a lot of pain, a lot of little things popping up all over the country to force you down this new path. You won't really have a choice anymore. And if you look at this cards here, right? Oh, by the way, this deck, if you want to know what it's called, it is called the Grand Etteilla deck. And so it's a little bit different. It's not your typical tarot deck, but I want to use it on this reading because it paired nicely with this other deck here, this Lenormand deck. But if you look here at the cards too, you have 3 swords on each side, which is a 6 and 2 in the middle. So it's, again, communication and then decisions. How are you going to handle it? And where I like this is because you see how you have 3 swords on this side, 3 swords on that side, decisions in the middle. Well, in the instance that happen, are you going to buy it and go into sorrow because you're saying, yeah, I'm going to give up my freedom because I want the convenience? Or you're going to say, fuck you, I'm not doing this, and start listening to people who know what they're talking about. Wise advice. Paying attention to things. Being careful so that you're not deceived. So you don't fall into deception. And what's interesting too is that these are always paired in 2s and 3s. So even when you get to this position here, 2, decision, did you listen to the wise advice? If not, you're going to go back to this problem area that keeps popping up. If you do listen to it, then you're not going to be deceived. You're going to be able to overcome that. So that's how I'm seeing this reading for you all. And for the person who asked me, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it answered your questions the way you were thinking. So let me roll some dice here too. One more time. Oh my gosh, another 3, 3, 6. So 33 master number, building something. So it's around them trying to really force you into doing something against your will. and they're going to use the media to do it. 3, communication propaganda. 3 on this side is wise communication. So you have to really pay close attention, because that 6 can either be a 6 of harmony or a 6 of despair, depending on how you look at it, right? It's either upside right or it's going to be flipped. And that's really on you to either step up, or if you step back, then you know what the outcome is. It isn't looking good. And let's just pull another couple cards from, let's see, do I want to pull a couple more cards? Yeah, I do. This is my deck called the Hidden Clue Oracle deck, and let's just see if it has any more data or details for us. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so what do you got? Remorse. People who do this will have a lot of remorse. They're going to regret going forward with it. And the guilt is because what they've done to their children's children, they've given away their future. They destroyed it, right? That's what's going to happen if you go along with the narrative, go along with the flow, right? Because why? You're deceived. You bought into an agenda. Isn't this funny how these cards just pop up? I'm just pulling cards, folks. Just pulling them. I shuffle them as you saw. I'm pulling them. The universe is giving us the answers. So it's showing you that what's really going on is deception to push the agenda of a new world order. And that's an interesting word, isn't it? I haven't heard that one in a while. And why do I say it? Because of the World Economic Forum. What have they done? You will own nothing and like it. That's the agenda. And the deception is to make you think, make you feel that the digital currency is a good thing, but it's a little bit of pain. It won't be perfect. That's what they want you to know. It's young. It's erratic. It'll create some confusion, but it's good for you. But the real issue, area of what they're going to do is down below on the bottom line, what they're actually going to push forward. And the next card is they're going to basically, again, push a narrative that has been manipulated to make you believe something that's not true. That's where you're seeing evidence and tampering, fingerprints, right? Their hands are all over it. They have their fingerprints everywhere, because they are basically feeding the narrative to the media, the 3s, to communicate with the general public on what to say and how they're supposed to react. So again, fear is an amazing weapon when it's used properly, and they did it with the last thing, and they're going to do it with this thing too. Just mark my words, you're going to see it coming pretty hot and fast. So even though people are saying they don't want this, they're doing it anyway. They don't care. They don't care, because they know people will not stand up. They've seen it. They watched it. So the question is, what are you going to do this time around? Are you going to finally allow your freedoms to be stripped away, or are you going to stand up and say, no more, I've had enough? I know where I stand. The question is, where do you? Anyway, that's all I got for this reading here. And if you have a topic you want me to read, drop me a comment and I'll do it. So if something political, cultural, whatever it might be, drop it and let's roll with it. It'll be kind of fun. If there's a personal reading you'd like me to do on a topic of your choosing, I do offer different types of readings: Celtic Cross, Mini Cross, 3-card spread, Lenormand spread, and so forth. Go to my website, wordswithatwist.com. You can subscribe to my newsletter as well, or sign up, free or pay. It's up to you. And you're going to learn a lot about tarot and also be able to have readings done for you at a discount of 25% off. And until next time, I want to see all of you in my next reading. All right. Bye, everybody.